Yo, bruh.
Yeah, what's up, then?
You know, sometimes in life, you gotta feel yourself.
Oh, bro, that's so true.
Cause if you don't feel yourself,
Yeah.
who's gonna feel you? Who's gonna feel you? Do you, bro. Just do you.
I feel like I grew. Cause I'm feeling new. It must be the shoes. Just look at my view. I told you that I got the juice. I be out here making hits in the stool. Steady with you, yeah, you know I don't lose. They'll be hating and I know that it's true. I feel like I grew.
Matric. So many people fall along the way. We all know grade 9 maths. Grade 9 maths is tough. But you guys got through that. You got through grade 10, grade 11, and now you are in Matric. So congratulations for that. But making it to Matric is not it. You know, it's not the end. There is still a world full of possibilities outside of this. And those possibilities can only be unlocked if you work hard. I heard your principal said the target is 80% bachelor's. I challenge you guys to make it 100 because I believe you can do it. And I'm going to start off by saying, what's your why? I went to Matric, I'm 21. Don't look at me as a motivational speaker, I'm a big brother of you guys. I'm 21 and I went to Matric in 2017. I did not listen. People would come speak to us in class, at the hall, I did not care. Our teachers would talk to us, I never paid attention. And I paid very dearly for that. At the end, the beginning of 2018, our results came out. And I got a bachelor's pass, yes, but I had a very low APS score. My APS score was 24. I scored a 30% for physics, which was the minimum to pass. Had I listened to what my teachers told me, had I listened to what the various speakers told me, I wouldn't have gotten there. But I ignored them and I put my own pleasures above everything. And I paid dearly for that. And for that, in 2018, I did not go to varsity because the universities set a standard. For example, there are 1 million matriculants writing, and universities have space for 100,000. It's tough. It's a competition. So by saying what's your why, you have to realize what's your purpose for doing what you were doing. Some can be to buy your mom a house. Some can be to buy your dad that car that you've always wanted. Some could be to be the top in what you're doing. And as soon as you identify your why, as soon as you identify why you're doing what you're doing, you now get a set direction to say, I know that at the end of this year, I want to get into varsity and I want to get a bursary. So that's your why, and you are going after that. Right now, as I'm speaking, my mom lost 2 children. 2 of my brothers passed away, and every single day, I wake up and I tell myself that I'm working 3 times harder to make sure that my mom doesn't have to feel the pain that she felt. Because imagine you lose your children, and then the one that's there, he's not working hard. It's very painful. And when I got into varsity in 2019, because I had to now go to star schools where I had to upgrade my marks. So because of my failures, I now had to put pressure on my parents to pay fees to make me upgrade my marks. Got into varsity, and as I'm speaking, last year I was on the dean's list of academic excellence. Meaning, I realized that those failures might have had the chance to define you, but you are in control of what you want. From an APS of 24 to being on the dean's list, from the dean's list to being on the Golden Key International Honor Society, meaning my name is recognized amongst the top universities as one of the hardworking students. So I started there, but now I'm here. But what I'm telling you is, you don't have to start there. you don't have to start with an APS of 24 because chances of you getting into varsity are slim to none. Right now, I work with the University of Johannesburg because when your marks are good, you have opportunities to work. And for the past week and a half, I was actually supposed to be at work today, but I spoke to my boss and I was like, I have to go speak to students. For the past week and a half, I've been working as a registration assistant, and it is tough. It is tough telling parents that, listen, we cannot admit your child because there is no space. Yesterday we had a father who almost wanted to smack us, I could say. He's like, my daughter met the requirements for law. She got a 29 APS, but on the prospectus it says 28. And we had to break it to him that, yes, it says 28, but the requirements to get into law are now 36 because the competition is tough. The competition to get into university is very, very high. So when you set a goal to say, I want to do this, go for it wholeheartedly. Sorry? It's no more time for jokes, guys. It's, you know when you're in Matric, you feel like you're a big boy now. You know, you're a big girl. Everybody's looking up to you. And that's what got into my head. When I got to Matric, I was like, whoa. I'm like, because I was also the tallest in school, I'm like, I'm the big brother of the school now. You know? And as the big brother, I was like, I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm going to have fun. And I paid dearly for that fun by being a Matric for a second time in 2018. Last year, most of the people I went to Matric with graduated. But because of my thinking I'm cool in Matric, I ended up not graduating with my peers. I'm in my third year now because of my mistakes. And I wouldn't want that for you guys. This is the last lap. This is the final lap. You've gone 11 times around the track. This is your last track to say, I will go for it and I will go for it wholeheartedly. Tell yourself that it doesn't matter, you know. I can ask the directors, I can ask the teachers, do you guys still speak to your high school friends? The chances are maybe 1 or 2. So the people that you're sitting next to, you might not speak to them. I went to our Matric group was I think 35. And from the 35, I speak to 3. So the people that I was acting a fool for, the ones I was making jokes in class with, they ended up getting more marks than me. And I'm not with them right now. The only person I have is my best friend and 2 other people. So go for it and tell yourself that I'm doing this for me. When you're in class, listen diligently. This school has the best teachers. Your principal said every high school has a goal to say we want 100% pass rate. And they will throw every resource to make sure that's possible. Abuse those resources. If there's extra classes, go for those extra classes because they will help you. I'm telling you guys, varsity is very, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to push you. I'm here to give you that wake-up call to say, if you do not work hard now, you might spend next year upgrading. It's not a nice experience because you are reading things that you've read before. It's very frustrating, it's very annoying to be like, I have to go through calculus again. I have to go through financial maths again when you went through it the year before. So if you do it now, do it right the first time. Listen to my example, my story. I struggled. And when I got into varsity, I was like, because now, another thing, throughout high school, I never got high marks. I was the average student. I was that average Joe. I was the class clown. I'd make all the jokes, have all the laughs, and at the end, my marks did not reflect anything good, you know? But when I got to varsity, I was like, I suffered to get this. And because I'm here, I will make sure that I never struggle. Throughout high school, my highest learner's average was a 66. But ever since I got to high school, to varsity, my lowest average is a 70. Meaning, I told myself that I've got this opportunity now, and I will work for it. I don't want you guys to say, start school. Then after high school, you know, most people stress about passing. I want you guys to stress about, I set a target for 7 distinctions. I hope I can get 7. You know, the night before results, I want you guys to be calm, relaxed, and composed because you know that you worked hard. you know that you gave it your best shot. There are students, just yesterday at work, I was escorting a student who came with, I think, 4 distinctions. And UJ, the University of Johannesburg, has this thing where we have an orange carpet list. So when you have distinctions, the university pays for your accommodation and your school fees. So you are literally, you just come with your bag and everything is taken care of. And I want that to be your target. And many people say, okay, not UJ, aim for UCT, you know, aim for universities abroad, outside the country. I have 2 friends who are in, one is in Scotland right now, and my best friend is in Leicester, he's in the United Kingdom. Because he sets a goal to say, I want to do this, you know, and his goal, while he said his goal, he did not tell me about it. And he's in Leicester, I'm at UJ, you know, and I don't blame him for that because to each their own. So your race is your race. When you run, don't look at your neighbor because you might fall. Keep on your track, go to the very end. It's easy. It's easy to be successful. And it's also as easy to fail, to be an average Joe. It doesn't take much to be just like everybody else. If you don't work, I'm telling you there are jobs for you. There are jobs for you outside of what you want, you know? So work hard, tell yourself that you can do it. Put yourself in a high pedestal to say, I will do it, I'm going for it. Forget the past. You know, the past is exactly what it is, the past. I lost my brother, I don't grow up with my father, you know, things are tough at home, I'm not even gonna lie. But I told myself that no matter how tough things get, I will make sure to make my mom proud. I will make sure that my siblings are put in comfortable positions because of me. Because you guys can change the family. You guys can change the course of your family history just by working hard. Now, but here I am in varsity, in the golden key. So when you type my surname, it's going to pop up. And I remember telling my mom, I'm sorry for making you cry during high school. Because my mom was very scared of the fact that I wasn't going to go anywhere. But right now, I'm in varsity. So another thing I want to touch on is, like a teacher said, setting targets. Set the target. If you walk in my room, I have a very big vision board. And on my vision board, I have my marks, I have what I want to achieve, I have a 1 to 3 year goal plan, and 5 to 10 years. And that, just like the director said, it's like the thing that they put on the donkey. When you walk in your room, you know that now, that's the goal that I'm going for. I'm not going to let something distract me because I know that I want to make it to varsity. Everybody can get distinction, guys. It's very easy to do that if you work. If you work, don't wish for it, work for it. I walked in and I saw those www. I saw them as win, 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 win. You guys can win if you tell yourself that you can do it. So guys, all the best, and I wish you a very good day.